In today's episode, we meet Denu the fish opening up about his passion project, aiming to uncover the mystery behind stars. I'm done for the day. I can leave early. How? Did I finish my work? Maybe those time management preachers are onto something. Because I don't have anything left, I can go research outside. Haven't gotten back to it in a while. Balancing work and the household together is more hectic than I anticipated. I should give my project time when I get it. Like right now. I can put in a good number of hours today. If I start now, I can reach the hideout in less than 15 minutes ish. It'll give me just enough time to eat, maybe grab a midnight snack, and find a good viewing spot. Actually, my viewing spot is decided anyway, so it's just the eating. And the light outside looks good, pretty. And I don't think it's going down for a while. Oh, what am I researching? You know how after the day ends, the light dims and leaves behind a dark, dark ocean. Have you noticed the tiny, twinkling, blinking lights that sometimes appear? They're really hard to describe. They always show up at the same spot. Billions, I reckon. I tried counting them a few times, but always I lost count. And they scatter all across the ocean surface. If I want to genuinely count them, I'll have to travel to all the coral reefs around the ocean. And well, I can't do that even if I had 100 lives. The ocean's just too big, and some spots I can't even visit. It's too dangerous. But yeah, always at the same place, all over. If I had to use an analogy, then white spots on a fish? Sorry, that's not a pretty picture. They really don't look like a parasitic ailment. They're different. Like white spots, but shiny? Yes, that's a more romantic image. Shiny has a silver fish, but spots. Does that make sense? Oh, I have to admit, I've had a few close encounters with death because of it, actually. I've had to outmaneuver a shark to escape once when it discovered my then hiding spot. My current one is far, far, far better. I've been really lucky to find it. But overall, it does get stressful. Maybe more stressful than my job. Being on high alert at night, motionless, and at the same time observant. It's really physically and mentally draining. But it's been a passion project of mine to find out what they are. I've been trying to study them on and off for the past 6 months, but my fascination has gone on for far longer. Why do I feel so strongly? Well, look outside right now. It's bright. light streaming down in rays. It's beautiful, but it's even better that we know where the light is coming from. It's that big blob that floats right outside the surface. Well, the dolphins say that the chunk isn't close to the water per se, but who knows when they're kidding or not. The point is that the blob exists, that's for sure. And the animals and plants also confirm that down here, but also outside. The folks outside love standing and facing towards it. We're all drawn to the same blob. But what about the spots that appear at night? The dolphins don't really know what they are. The plants and animals never acknowledge their presence, both here and out there. They're really just there somehow, and nobody knows what they do. So I decided to find out what are they, what they do to you and to me, everyone in the water, on the soil, in the air. Why are they so shiny? Do they speak? It's really fascinating, actually. I have a few theories. I'm still thinking about them. I mean, the earlier ones are really silly. When I was younger, I thought they were silverfish. And especially before I spoke to the dolphins, I was really naive. It can't be silverfish because they tend to stick together. I mean, really together. The kind that means to swim into a whale's mouth as long as it's together. But yeah, when I was young, I thought it was silverfish that had a fight and just wanted some space. They're known for having bad tempers too. But yeah, I soon figured out that it couldn't be the dots that we see. They're so dependent on each other that they can't move more than a foot away, if at all. I'm mad, but I want to be around. That's basically silverfish dynamics in a nutshell. I also thought it could be sea jellies from far away. That was one of my theories that I came up with as a teenager. Yeah, they don't float together all the time like silverfish. They glow, and from a distance, they look like dots. I considered the possibility that a chunk of them just moved up and fell asleep near the surface. My inexperienced self thought it would explain everything. But then I became pretty certain that that's not it. I saw a purple jellyfish, basically. I didn't know they existed in so many colors. After that, I thought they were bleached corals. Yeah, bleached corals are white, but when even a tiny bit of light passes through them, they turn like glowy, luminescent. A pale glow rising through the water in flakes. A little haunting, silent. I know I said I'm curious about the white dots because of their mysterious origins and how we don't know what they are or where they come from. And that's true to a certain extent, but That's not the way I meant it. The big light blob during the day has never made me curious like that. Even though for the longest time I didn't know its origin either. I mean, I still don't. I just know it just is there out there. But my interest in the spots has been since I was born. Long before the dolphins, the blob, and all that shenanigans. Something about them is really riveting. They make me want to look at them all the time, the shiny spots. And while the big chunk blob seems really loud, as if to shout, "I'm here," the dots seem strangely quiet, trying to appear almost invisible. That's where my fascination began, I think. Everything beautiful and silent reminds me of them. There is a story there, I think. What's their story? That's what I want to know. In some ways, it feels like finding that out, what they are, where they come from, would be like discovering the secrets of the universe. And if I never find out, nothing happens, I guess. Life goes on. I'll still have a pretty decent life here. The ocean is still a beautiful and mysterious place. In fact, I've already sort of started becoming more interested in other things, like bleaching corals. They look beautiful, but really, if they turn white, it means they're almost dead, uninhabitable, and stop being a viable source of food. That's really concerning if it continues. Though, I don't think the others have caught on. So, yeah, if not this, I'll find something else to keep my life interesting. Oh, my latest theory? I've thought of this pretty recently. At my hideout, I saw this strange creature suddenly release a bubble of air. And I've seen air bubbles before too. They aren't that rare. For example, when young whales learn to breathe, they quite often accidentally exhale underwater and release a bunch of them. And they all always flow up in a straight line. I've been wondering if the dots are bubbles that escape from water and keep floating. Maybe some of them merge, which also happens pretty often, and they merge and become visible from down here. That would explain everything.